Hi AZ and Molly, I'm here at 21 Los Arboles in Orinda, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 3,736 square feet. Been on the market a little under a month, listed at 1.725 million. I mentioned earlier, up here in the hills, you're going to hear the freeway from anywhere. This is probably one of those exception areas because of the location. We're tucked away in the hills in a little valley, so you're not going to hear anything. It's very peaceful out here. When I did the first walk around, there's deers all in the backyard, etc. So you're up in nature here. So that's nice, but again, one of the things to think about is just the commute down to Bart. But overall, this is it's actually a really nice property in terms of well maintained, and then the layout. And obviously, as you mentioned, the one thing to think about here is the amount of renovation work that you would want to do, that you could do in phases or do it all at once. But as I mentioned in the comments, I already ran this by one of my contractors for mid-level upgrades to do everything except for that master bedroom, which looks like it's had some work done already. Budget between 175 to 200,000. Again, there's a lot of modifications you can do in terms of not replacing things but just refinishing. So we'll get through that. I'll talk through it as we go through the house. This deck here, parts of it, I mean, it looks new, but it's actually not brand new. It's just been recently stained, which is what you want to do with real wood to maintain it. So that's something that you'll have to do. There's not a ton of deck, but just calling out here that real wood, there will be maintenance to make it look good, and it looks like they've maintained it at least recently. It's on this hill, so the only part that feels like a little bit sloping, just marginally, is the actual deck. So not the home itself, just the deck. So that's good. I've walked through the house. I don't see any evidence of major patching. There are some little small slope areas, so like that, for instance, I thought originally was, but it's just a carpet, so that needs to actually be pinned down, but that's not sloping. Okay, so entering the home, this is a great living area. You walk in here, it's got a grand feeling, a lot of natural light coming through the windows and the skylights, but this is kind of like the major hangout area. You got a wet bar here. There it is, the sink and then built-in fridge, so it's a good place to hang out. It's a big property, a little under 3,800 square feet. So even though this is massive, this is just your main living area. There isn't like a clear second family room versus living room, but as you can see, this is ginormous. And then right off here, you've got set up here is a little bit of an office, and then your half bath. This room here is actually not in the floor count, and I don't know why actually, because this could be considered a bedroom, but this would be a fifth room. I may have mentioned this in an earlier video that 2 years ago they changed the criteria for a room. It used to be windows and closet, and now it's just a window. So clearly this fits the requirement. One thing about the floor, so they did a really good job maintaining the original hardwood. So the hardwood that you do see here is original, and I suspect that there might be hardwood underneath all the carpet and the tile. If that's the case, I would actually keep the original hardwood and finish it and just stain it, and that'll significantly save renovation costs. But again, I don't know if it actually is underneath the carpet, but it's something to explore. Okay, so that, and these are just closets over here. Actually, I'll just take a quick peek. So closet space. And then here's the appliances. So you got the water heater and the furnace in here. So the one thing is, let's see, there is air conditioning. Yes, there's don't remember seeing the unit, but it does have air conditioning. There are steps up to, obviously with the deck, steps up to the front door, so not ideal for your mom. I'll probably keep saying that unless you tell me to stop. But I'm gonna always do my best to call out criteria, make sure things are meeting your preferences. Okay, so right here is the dining room. So you got a dedicated dining room. I would see, look at this original hardwood. It's actually in very good condition. So all you would need to do is just sand it and stain it a color that you like. So we're in here in the kitchen. For a property this size, you know, this is still a good sized kitchen, but just proportionally, a lot of that space is in that living area down on the first main level. So we got your gas stove here, 6 burners here on the island, plenty of cabinet space. This is also, I would recommend just refinishing the cabinets and then painting them, and then put your own hardware on it. So the door pulls and the handles. And then kind of like a little breakfast area here outside of this dining room, back to it. But what I was going to say is long-term something to do to really open this up and make the kitchen feel larger is to take down this wall right here, which will connect to the dining room, give you better line of sight, and just kind of open it up. Yeah, or something to do over time. So take down that wall. And then you do have definitely the original in here. You got another fridge. So there's another fridge tucked away here. So that's great for additional food storage. And then just this, let's see. You could probably, I mean, this would be an ideal laundry room. The hookups aren't in here, but this would be a perfect place to put the laundry. And this is a raised foundation, so it wouldn't be difficult to do. So it's kind of like, this is a utility room, an extension of the kitchen. Okay, so I love this kind of layout setup here, where you're on another level but looking down to the living area. Just kind of, again, feels super open. So okay, so first bedroom, which is the master, here on the, we'll call this the mid-floor. So master has access to the outside deck patio area. Here's a walk-in closet. Number 1, and then walk-in closet number 2. So that's nice. I wish I had this. Separate my clothes from my wife. Anyhow, okay, so this is the only room that has been updated throughout the whole house recently, which is the master. So, you know, depending on your taste, wouldn't necessarily need to do anything in here. Maybe just paint the cabinets a lighter color. So you got the giant tub, and then toilet, and shower stall. Okay. So that's the master. So it does have AC, but you can see there's ceiling fans in almost every room, so that's nice too. So you have 2 options for cooling. Here's the storage. And then I believe more storage. Okay. So the good thing is here, you've got, you know, when you're entertaining, so when you have friends over, obviously this is probably where everyone's going to hang out. You're not going to be in your room because you'll be entertaining, but you do have this additional level here with the door, right? So you can have good separation from with the kids sleeping and not interrupt their sleep. So this could be like a guest room, because it's a suite with a full bathroom. This one totally needs to be updated. Originals in here. But again, well maintained. Everything is clean. So we'll call it, this is bedroom number 2. And then I suspect, yes, this is where the laundry is. So washer and dryer. And then the kids' room's here back. Again, good separation between the living areas and even your bedroom, the master bedroom. So somewhat of a Jack and Jill, and we'll share with you what I mean by that here shortly. So this is room number 3. This is full bath number 3. Right, and then kind of a Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill meaning a bathroom that connects 2 rooms. This doesn't technically fit that because here's the 4th room. And although it's not in the room, it's just right here off of the doorway, which again, on the other side of it connects to with room number 3. So that's why I say it's almost a Jack and Jill. More storage. So as I mentioned, so there's 3 bedrooms on this upper floor, and then 1 on the mid floor, which is the master, and then that 5th bonus room or office / den. All right, so high ceiling. So even though this living room here, which I feel like is the highlight outside of just the overall floor plan, you know, you have this great big living room, but it also feels that much larger because of the high ceilings in here. Alrighty, so lastly, I'll just go down to the lower level here for the garage. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time in here. This is the crawl space, get a look at the foundation, but based on what I kind of walk through the house and visually, I don't see any issues with the foundation. But here you got a 3-car garage. And then more storage in here. See if this is right. Anyways, this is a big storage room. I don't think there's a light here. I'm pressing the buttons, not turning on. So sorry, this is a giant storage room. It's got super high ceilings. Oh, here. There you go. Wood workshop. Could be also storage. Alrighty, so that's the interior. Now I will shoot part 2 in the exterior. Okay.